this is a great debate. What to do right now? Do we stay in the heated conversation? Very interesting conversation we were having, but we would have to inform the listeners what we were talking to, or do we just start off and tell who's here? Hard to say.
It's a roll of the dice.
I'm going to start off, and we're going to go in the middle. So I've got to my right, and I'm going to introduce him first. Then I'll introduce the others.
This is weird going this direction.
Yeah, it is. But in the Tecovas hot seat is my friend, Caylon Villines. You guys just entered into, like, right in the middle of our conversation of when was it? October the 3rd?
Probably.
I think Caylon and I were bear hunting on October the 3rd, and he killed a really nice bear. I mean,
it was.
I'd say 350. What did you think? What did we think? I can't really remember what we settled on.
I think you said for sure 325. So
okay, a big old boar killed in national forest.
Mm-hmm.
We just went hunting for a day and a half, and so we skinned this bear in the woods, quartered it up, basically left, a gut pile, the hip structure. I mean, like the pelvis and stuff, and some of the rib cage.
Right.
Big pile of bear though. Left that.
Mm-hmm.
Bear and I came back, maybe even just 5 days later, and you could not have told that we skinned that bear other than just some. The leaves, it was just kind of a beat down, greasy pile. But this is what I was about to tell you when these people interrupted us by turning the podcast on, was there was bear trails coming in from two directions to that carcass pile, like padded out, like where they were stepping in the same tracks like they do. And I don't know why I didn't think about it, but I bet we could have killed another bear sitting on that carcass.
Probably that real big one.
2 days later.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably the one that run him out of the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, so what happened? Go ahead and you can just kind of quickly tell, like, you're hunting and what happened.
Basically, I walked into a bear fight and I didn't know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard the racket going on down there, and I knew it was a bear, but I did not know what was going on.
Were you hearing them vocalize or just leaves crunching and popping?
No, I could hear the vocalization. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what sound you call that, but
right. Just woofing and chattering and huffing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I eased down there to get a closer look, which I could just see the one bear, but it was like postured up. And it got the coming off into that little draw below me, there where the water was at. And I just let him come. And he got about 20, and I shot him. Almost run me over. Come right up at me, and I just turned behind my tree and let him go by.
How close do you think he actually got to you?
Oh, from me to bear.
Really? That,
yeah.
5 feet?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what happened is Caylon's, I saw right where it all happened, He is this there's a dry creek bed, and then there's a steep bank that kind of goes up on a little mini ridge kind of. So it's almost like you're in a tree stand in a way.
Yeah.
And you're shooting kind of down at an angle, and I think your arrow passed through that bear and hit the rocks on the other side of him.
Oh, yeah.
That scared him.
Yeah.
So the threat was from the opposite side.
Where the other bear was at.
Okay. That's where we're getting. But the bear turned and ran straight towards the shot.
Right.
Because, the arrow clacking on the rocks was bigger than the sound of the bow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Closer.
Yeah. And he didn't know I was anywhere around. So,
right.
Yeah.
But he just shoots straight up at you.
Oh, yeah. I shoot and reach to get another arrow. Well, before I can get the other arrow, I look up and he's there. He's already on me. So I just roll behind my tree and he goes by and he makes a little loop and runs right back to where I'd shot him at. He hit the other side a little ways, didn't he? Yeah. Run up the other side.
Yeah.
And I watched him die. Yeah, he just reared up, fell over, death moan. And I thought it was over. I got probably 20 yards of him, maybe, and just crouched down, waiting for him to die. I got to hear another racket, the same vocalization, whatever you call that.
And at this point, you've only seen one bear.
Yes.
Like you don't think
Right.
You knew you heard potentially like what sounded like a fight, but you didn't know there were two bears.
Right. Yeah. So I glance up on the hill, and here comes one bigger than the one I just shot. And he's coming to that bear I shot. He doesn't know I'm around either. So I let him get down to the bear, but I stand up, first just wave. That doesn't do it. He kind of glanced at me, kept coming. So then I yell at him. That didn't do it. He's still coming, so I threw a rock at him, and he finally turned and walked off.
Did you hit him with the rock?
No, I didn't hit him. No.
How close did he get to the dead bear?
10 or 15 feet. I mean, he was pretty well to him.
Wow.
Yeah,
Was he going to fight more?
I think so. Yeah, that's
Should have waited to see what happened.
Yeah, Caylon. What were you thinking, man? You should have just seen what he was going to do.
thinking that this bear has just whipped this 325-pound bear, so I know he can whip me. And he's still,
Wait a minute, you're a logger.
he's still mad. So yeah, after he wasn't really leaving, I left. Yeah, I just went to the truck.
Okay, so you chunk a rock at him, and what does he do?
Oh, he just kind of side heels and he drops off back into that creek where I just shot that one, and then comes up.
So he didn't run.
Oh no, he come up on my side, and he's circling me.
Oh wow. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that, but it's like he didn't spook like you would have thought.
No.
You would have thought the second he knew there was a man standing there that he would have just
I thought he would. Yeah, from the bears that I've been around
and he didn't.
encountered, I thought as soon as he realized, there's a human here, he's gone. But no, he didn't leave.
How much bigger was he than the one you shot?
He was noticeably bigger.
I mean, did it
Like-
make you think the one you shot was small?
Well, I mean, not small. I knew it wasn't a small bear, but first glance, I said, "Oh my gosh!" I mean, this bear is quite a bit larger than the one I just shot.
Well, I remember. So,
I told you it looked like a Volkswagen coming off the hill.
Yes. Well, but it also it painted my perception of how big the bear that you killed was, because Caylon shoots the bear, it's laying there dead, but this other bear is circling, and he just goes, "I'm out of here." So he dives off the mountain and goes back to the truck. Mm-hmm. And I'm still off hunting, don't have cell coverage or any. Well, no, I didn't where I was at. I come out well after dark, and Caylon goes, "I got good news and bad news." And he's like, "I killed a bear, but it's still up in the mountain, on the side of the mountain." And it's like, I don't know, it's getting dark at 7:30 that time of year. And so now it's 8:00, and
It's more like 9:00.
probably.
How far back in was it?
It wasn't terrible.
It really wasn't that far from the truck. It was quite a bit of elevation change, but
I had been a whole lot further that day.
yeah, he had made a huge loop and killed it on the way back to the truck. But I remember you telling me that you just thought it was an average bear. That's kind of or the picture that I painted, because of this other one was so much bigger. And I actually remember telling you, I bet you shot a sow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I bet you shot the smaller of two, because I couldn't figure out why there would be two even together. And I said, I bet you shot a sow, and that other one was just a decent boar. And so we go up there in the dark, and the second I see his bear in the light, I just go, "Holy cow, that's a big bear he shot, Caylon." I mean, it's like
It was a boar. It was a boar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a stomper. I mean, it might have. I mean, I really try to be conservative with bear weights, because it's so easy just to be like, "Oh, that's a 400-pounder." It was a big bear, and it no doubt weighed 325. I mean, probably 325, 375 wouldn't surprise me. So I mean, a big one.
In the
And
picture,
then-
you could tell how big he is because his paws are enormous.
Yeah.
I didn't even see the bear, but I could tell in the picture he's a good bear.
Well, and then the way Caylon.
He had just been whipped by this other bear.
That's right. and the bear looked so big. I mean, when you can tell a difference, I mean, a 50-pound difference between two bears standing side by side, you almost can't tell the difference.
Right.
Like they would almost look identical. 100-pound difference, you'd start to see a difference. 150-pound difference, and it's like that bear's way bigger. But I mean, I don't know. I think it was a monster. The other one.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, Caylon's like, no, I never had it out. Like, you're the one with. No, I never doubted you for a second.
He called me when he got back to the truck. He's like, you ain't gonna believe what I just done. And I was just joking. What'd you do? Kill one with a knife? He said, no, but I about could have. And then he told me the whole story, and he said that other bear was big.
Yeah. Well, I was just as the podcast started, I told Caylon, I said, man, I think about that all the time. And partly because me and Bear went back in there 5 to 7 days later, and it was as if a bear had never been in those woods. I mean, because that same day I had been over the mountain from you and had all but killed a bear. I mean, it was probably the closest I've been in national forest to killing a bear, but not killing it. I'm sitting over a little water hole, and 9 o'clock in the morning, I see a bear coming like straight to the water hole. Wind's good, everything's good. It's a color phase bear, real pretty color phase boar. Wasn't very big. I bet it didn't weigh 190, 210 pounds maybe. I mean, just lanky, kind of tall, but chocolate brown. And he's coming up this little dry creek to this little pool of water. And I'm in the same scenario as you, up on the side of a steep ridge. I mean, it was a deep draw like this on both sides, just straight up. He has no idea I'm there. He's walking, winds, thermals are carrying up. I mean, it's done. He's at 20 yards, and I stand up, and it's like I'm in a tree stand. And he's just about to walk out in front of me, and I draw the bow back. And I don't know why, but rather than staying in the creek and going to that water hole, he just turns and starts going up the other side of the ridge from me. But he's going to walk right out in front of me. I don't even panic. I'm just like, no problem. Got the bow drawn, and I'm just waiting for an opening. And, he hits a couple of openings that you probably could have shot, but you shouldn't. But I just knew he was going to just stop in some opening up there. And anyway, he doesn't. He just walks straight up that mountain, and rather than veering towards the water hole, he starts to veer more just like straight up. And he just kind of like just slips through my fingers, And I sat there the entire rest of the day. And 30 minutes before dark, a black bear came from the opposite direction. And there was a hole of water right in front of me that was the main watering hole. Bear trails beat out to it. But 30 yards up from this main water was a real small pool of water, about like 3 inches deep, just barely any water at all. And that bear, rather than come to the main hole, drank water out of that hole. And I saw him just kind of like lift up his head and kind of look around, and I could just barely see him. And I kind of stood up, and he just kind of sat there by that water for a minute and then just turned and walked the way he came. And I tried to go after him. But anyway, it was a great day of hunting. Brought Bear back in there, and we did the exact same hunt, day and a half, and didn't even see one. Didn't find anything.
I was that close to killing one 30 minutes after daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw 3 bear that one day.
Yeah.
Wow. Man.
That was an unbelievable day of national forest bear hunting.
Yeah. And then it just was gone. It just was completely gone quick.
You going to introduce the rest of us?
Well, that concludes the podcast for the day. This is a unique render. We have the guys that were on the last episode, American Loggers. Caylon Villines. This is the Caylon Villines that was main player on that. To his right, wild-eyed,
intelligent
Cody Villines.
How'd you feel about that description?
The truth hurts sometimes.
Oh, man, I'm so glad you guys are here. That Josh is here. And then the one who is going to validate or invalidate all these stories, the older brother of Caylon, Waylon Villines.
Yep.
Who I'm told their father tried to name them Waylon and Willie. So Caylon would have been Willie.
That would have been epic.
But their mother shut it down. Is that
Yeah,
right?
That's the story we was always told. No.
And then we got Bear Newcomb, Bear John Newcomb with us.
Yep.
So Bear brought a bow he might show us. But no, it's pretty rare for us to have the actual people that were on the episode. But I want to do something real quick before we get into the log and stuff. I've asked Bear to tell us a little bit about a couple of things that are going on that are relevant with conservation legislation. We're going to try to be a little more active in the stuff that we all know that's going on, but like this boundary waters stuff. And then there was one other thing going on in Mississippi. Give us a highlight of those, Bear.
Well, the Boundary Waters is the big event that I think everyone's been hearing about. But basically, they're trying to make it to where they're allowing foreign mining companies to come mine above the Boundary Waters, and all the runoff of that is going to really affect the public land that we have access to. So overall, it's a bad deal. We don't want it to happen. But through hunters and anglers calling in to their senators, they have postponed basically the day that they decide whether or not they're going to allow it or not. Yeah. So basically, through the voice of the hunters and anglers, that has changed what's happening inside of the government systems.
Yeah,
because they were going to decide. I want to say it was 2 days ago,
a couple days ago, February 10th or something.
Yeah, and because of how many people were calling in and emailing their senators, they've postponed it. Because they're starting to see that.
Do we know a future date when they're supposed to decide?
That I'm not sure.
They just said they were going to do a more further analysis on the deal, and it'll come up again. It comes up all the time, like every couple of years, maybe. I mean, we were talking about this like a year ago.
Yeah.
But the Boundary Waters are on the border between Canada and Minnesota.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yeah, and but it's a big, huge federal wilderness, and I mean, there's going to be stuff like this coming up more and more. But
but what we can take from this one is the fact that our voice inside of it actually changed. Has actually changed.
Helped it.
What's going on? So
keep calling.
Yeah, so keep calling and keep the pressure on the senators.
It's like, as we all know this, I mean, we hear it, but I mean, golly, we've just got to become more active in this stuff. And for example, tell us about this Mississippi bill, which has been kind of resolved, but it tells you what can happen.
Yeah, well, the attempt was to eradicate all hunting with dogs
in Mississippi.
Unless it was on private land that was 2,000 acres of private land or bigger. That's the only land that you can hunt with dogs on.
That's ridiculous.
But that's including squirrel dogs, rabbit dogs, deer dogs, any sort of dog hunting. And so they wanted to take it out because it was not fair chase was the argument.
They called it the fair chase. It was crazy what they called it. Bear? Do you remember what it was? Keep talking. I'm going to find it.
Well, yeah. Basically, their point that they were trying to make was, if you're hunting with dogs, that's not fair chase. It doesn't fall within the fair chase rules and guidelines. So, but the good news on that one is it got shut down. The bill is dead.
It was a House Bill 828, and good news is it got shut down, but this just goes to show you. These guys called it the Fair Chase Act, introduced to restrict hunting with dogs, limiting dog hunting to properties of over 2,000 contiguous acres, which essentially would shut down dog hunting.
Yeah, no one has access to
the entire state.
Private land.
And you would feel like a state like Mississippi would be immune to this, and so far they've proven to be by the fact that the bill got shut down. But just the fact that is even there just tells you that kind of stuff can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
And what is important is that even though we don't have a lot to do, like with the boundary waters in particular, like we hardly even know what state that's in. I've never been to the boundary waters, but it's still important for me to call in to the senators because it's even if it's not relevant to you, it is, because eventually it's going to make it to you.
Absolutely.
If as they start to come for things at the bottom ring of the ladder, it's going to work its way up. So it's important to stop it now, calling into your senators now before it reaches you.
you know, when I started learning about bear hunting with hounds, specifically the state I'm thinking of is Michigan. Like 10 years ago, I did some filming for the Michigan Bear Hunters Association. And what I learned was that they just have built into their culture that you have to fight for your rights to hunt. Like their kids, it was like it wasn't even normal. It wasn't even abnormal that they were just like politically active. It was just part of being a bear hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And I think more and more in the days ahead, that's probably going to be what we have to do, which I mean, as hunters, we're the people that just like people to just leave us alone. I mean, we're not the ones who are wanting to go get involved in stuff. That's our nature. But that's also the nature of people who get stuff taken away from them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking to myself because I mean, but I think in the future, we're just going to have to be more involved. And the good thing is that there's a ton of organizations that are helping people get involved. I mean, like on social media, there were so many groups that were giving you the number to call the White House switchboard.
Yep.
Ask for your senator. It's that easy. I mean, like you call this number, say, I want to talk to the senator from Arkansas.
Yep.
And they take you directly to his office. Somebody answers the phone. You talk to him. I mean, sometimes you feel like that may not be enough, and it may not be,
right.
But it's something. So
I wrote when that whole thing was going through. I sent an email to our senator, and I mean, I got a response back, but it got to him. You know,
I sent a little video to my senator, and I took a piece of white sandwich bread and put it right here, and I put my fist there. And I put another piece of sandwich bread on top. And I said, Mr. Bozeman, this is what I'm going to give you if you vote wrongly for this. And send a picture of that knuckle sandwich.
I'm sure that was well received.
Just kidding, guys.
Just kidding, everyone.
Yeah.
Don't indict him.
No, I don't want to pick on Bozeman. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Most people are like me. They take for granted what we do. I don't. My hunting with dogs or whatever, I've never seen it hurting anything and don't think nothing about it. You don't think about somebody taking it away, and then next thing you know, you wake up and it's gone.
And once it's gone,
guys
it's hard
are
to
making
get
a
back.
voice. We've been through it.
You guys have had it taken away in your
been through
lifetime.
it. Yeah. In my lifetime, I've seen it happen.
Well,
Something-
tell us about that, because I'm from the Ouachitas where we can still run deer with dogs, and regardless of whether you think that's good or bad.
Yeah,
I mean, but we can still do it down there.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
But growing up, Dad always had beagles, and we grew up hunting deer with the beagles. I mean, we didn't see it hurting anything. And then the next thing you know, it got shut down. I mean,
in the late 90s.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly when it was. I just know I got to be part of it. And I mean, Dad was always, he was a dog man. He liked to take the dogs. And when they shut that down, Dad pretty much quit hunting until deer hunting anyways, until me and him got started riding a lot and doing it that way. But
Yeah.
I mean, he just got enjoyment out of his dogs and doing it like that. But yeah, that was in the back of my mind when you was talking about that. I was like, I mean, we take for granted that just because we don't think it's hurting anything, there's people out there that do. And if they got a bigger voice, when most of the majority are like me, I feel that are just going to sit back and think, well, we're not hurting anything and let it go. And then,
Well, I think it was the late 90s when outlawed deer hunt with dogs in the northern part of the state.
Yeah.
And as I understand it, it was the pet project of one of the commissioners that lived up here and didn't like deer dogs, and he knew he probably couldn't shut it down across the whole state, and he wanted it shut down in this part of the state. And I mean, 25 years later, people hardly talk about it. It
was for me. It was more than hunting. My dad's always been a hound man, but mainly a running dog man. Mm-hmm. It was more than shooting deer.
Yeah.
It wasn't about shooting deer.
Yeah.
I mean, you were out there hunting. It was a way of life.
Yeah.
Deer season was like bigger than Christmas. Way bigger than Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was a chase. And you hear that all the time about anybody can kill one with a dog. Go try it.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
tickled
Yeah.
when Bear was talking
try
about
it.
the Fair Chase Act.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, you ain't never tried to kill a deer in front of
I
a
grew
dog
up-
as
I
far
grew
as
up.
deer.
I started hunting with dogs. That was just the way we hunted.
Right.
Not saying I haven't killed a lot of deer in front of dogs. But when they outlawed the dogs and I had to start still hunting, I was like, this is easy. I mean,
You
honestly,
thought it was easier.
it was easy.
Well-
I started bow hunting a lot when they outlawed the dog deal.
Right.
And at that time, there wasn't the guys in our part of the world that bow hunted were hardcore, but there wasn't that many of them.
No.
And early season, then it was easy with a bow. I mean, it was just easy
Yeah.
compared to
Running
a
dog.
set of Walker hounds coming, and there wasn't no Matt, and he stopped. When you seen that sucker coming, you started shooting. And when you run out of shells, you either had a dead deer or they were gone.
Yeah.
Nothing about that was easy.
Yeah.
Was it fun? Most fun I ever had.
Yeah.
It was the best way of hunting. The camaraderie,
Yeah.
everybody ganging up at whoever's house it might be that morning, coming up with a plan, drinking coffee. It was more than hunting. It was a way of life.
Yeah.
And like wasn't said, I would have been getting on up there as a teenager. Didn't realize what we had
Right.
until it was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what runs through my mind when
Yeah.
you was talking about that, just because there's more people like me that ain't going to say anything and wake up and what you should have been speaking up about's gone.
Yeah.
And it's too late then.
Yep.
So, yes, I fully agree that people need a voice, and it
Yep.
can change things.
Yep.
Yeah, for anyone listening that's interested, you can find all the information you need to at Backcountry Hunters and Anglers.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They've got all the info for how to get in touch with your senator.
Well, man, were you gonna say something, Josh?
We also want to talk about the Bear Grease channel.
Oh yeah,
Bear
shoot.
Grease channel and
We got a lot to
Giannis's-
talk about.
Giannis's new film.
We're
too.
not gonna be able to talk about logging. Sorry, guys.
Hey, I watched that video today.
hit our video,
yeah.
man.
Pretty
so
good.
we have the 11 years ago, I started the Bear Hunting Magazine YouTube channel. At the time, I was running Bear Hunting Magazine. Started a YouTube channel, and we made videos for 8 years. And that channel,
good videos too, by the way.
I started watching a few. Man, those almost had just drifted away from my consciousness for
There's
so
a big
long.
there's a big
I like
gap
'em.
between the last one and
5 years.
the one that got put out. Yeah, I was looking at
5
that.
years, the channel has laid dormant. And yesterday, we restarted it back up, and we renamed it the Bear Grease channel. And so it's through MeatEater. I had some people saying, "Hey, Clay, did you quit MeatEater?" No, I didn't quit MeatEater. This is through them, which we're thrilled about. It's a good deal for us and for them. But
He had to have Bear come along to
exactly.
kick it off.
Well, and Bear's going to be the main guy on the channel. This first video you saw
I'd rather
us-
watch his videos anyway.
Me too, man. Me too. But there's going to be weekly content dropped on that YouTube channel, and Bear's already got a bunch of really cool stuff that he's done. He killed a hog with a self bow. He elk hunted. He's been on a big falconry trip.
Yeah, I'm excited for the falconry where we trap some hawks in Texas.
I mean,
legally,
but it's YouTube style content. Like the MeatEater mothership channel is like television type quality production, and it's great. It's fantastic. This is like YouTube native, like fast paced.
Yeah.
Just like really showing you what's going on, less production, like no music, stuff like that. And so, we're real excited about it.
It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. So next week, well, there's a film out right now.
Yeah. Squirrel hunting on mules came out yesterday. Well, by the time this podcast airs, there ought to be 2
What do you think of his
out.
mule slow trap, Caylon?
Did you see all that shooting?
Pretty laid back.
Pretty laid back. I would trade you. I have one.
what do you got?
I bet you would.
Talk to me before you.
How old?
Well,
He's 3.
3.
Yeah.
and I mean, that mule literally didn't even flinch the first. I mean, you saw it.
I was surprised.
But the
I was
one he's
surprised.
talking about, I've shot off him, so it might be.
So the backstory. Now you remember this. I was going to send slow trap to Waylon.
Yeah.
Last summer, I actually contacted Waylon. Waylon trains
we done had it
mules
all
and
set
horses.
up, dates booked and everything. He backed out on me.
food
business
right
from
out
you?
of his mouth.
Oh,
Bear.
shucks.
No, I was gonna have Waylon train slow trap, and and then somewhere in the process, Bear was like, I'd like to train it, and so I texted Waylon back and said, hey. Sorry, man. Not sending it to you.
And you haven't talked to him since?
Yeah.
He's
So
just showed
that's why
up
I brought
today.
you here. Sorry about that. Left you hanging.
That's all right.
No,
my bad.
it was really awesome for Bear to get to.
Oh, yes. And
it
that's
was
what, when you told me that, I was like, that'll be a good one for him to start with. Just from the videos and stuff I'd seen on the mule, I kind of had him pegged, and I thought that'll be a good one to get his feet wet in.
Yeah.
Now he's hooked, and we can send him something else.
Yeah. Waylon's gonna send you one now.
Probably a crazy one.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's that is a nice little mule. I wish it was taller. You got one like that.
How big
don't
is he?
you? I bet it's not 14 hands. Maybe 14.
If he's 14, he's big enough.
I know, but
He's a 3-year-old. I mean, he's going to grow quite a bit.
he probably will.
Will he grow after that much after 3?
Banjo,
Yeah.
which is his half brother, was still growing when I
And
sold
he was
him at 6 years old.
Dad,
I mean, he grew a lot. So
How much could you expect him to grow? Another hand? Maybe
Well,
not quite
maybe
that
not,
much.
maybe
Not
not
that
that much. Dad always told us boys that a horse mule would grow till he's 7.
Okay.
I think
horse mule is a male.
Yeah, it all depends, I think, on the mule, too.
Is there a difference between a John mule and a horse mule? Just interchangeable words?
Yeah.
We have a lot of words.
Depends on who you're
know-
hanging with.
We've only fed that mule grass hay too. I mean, we've fed it a little bit of grain here and there, but like it has not had. Ty Evans told me, he said, yeah, if you fed that mule alfalfa hay for a year, he said it'd probably speed the growth.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, the mule has free access.
I just bought
to
a
hay.
1.5-year old. Well, I say just bought. It's been a couple months ago now. A little younger than what I was planning on buying, but I can wait till May to start messing with him. But I got him thinking he'll be. I mean, you've had this discussion. I like a 14-2 hand mule, and that's what I thought he'll probably be. That well, I put a stick to him the other day, and he's already 14-1, I think. So he's going to wind up being probably bigger than what I wanted.
Bigger than what you wanted.
But we'll see. But
Yeah.
he's grown a lot since I got him.
So we may do some trading. I mean,
We'll talk later.
It's kind of turned into the mule swap shop here at the Bear Grease Render.
Yeah.
The one he's talking about, we can bring him up here and lead him in here like he did that one the other day.
Yeah.
And see.
Yeah. Well, one other ticket item. Giannis Putelis has a video coming out this week that you should watch soon.
Yep.
It's about his Manitoba bear hunt. But Giannis is going to be with us on the next render. Did you know
I
that?
heard rumor of that today.
Yeah, he's going to be with us, so we'll wait to talk until then. But no, this episode, man, it was so good. This logging episode really was.
Yep.
It was, and the way it happened was, I came to talk to Caylon, and I didn't really plan. I mean, I thought we might talk to somebody else, but there wasn't too much planning involved in it. And while we're sitting there at the global headquarters of Villines Logging,
Which is the barn. It's a barn.
yeah, I hope that was clear.
For those of you who
the way-
didn't
the
pick
way you
up on the
described it.
sarcasm,
The way you
Did you
described
get
it
that
didn't
I
sound
was
like a
being
barn.
sarcastic?
Yes, but at first I was kind of confused.
it's like Caylon takes us to his corner office.
Good. You needed to be confused for a
One
minute.
thing you said about that that was completely true is the location.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
just a
Good
barn,
view.
but it is in a heck of a spot.
It is.
Yeah.
How wide is it? I guessed 50 foot.
That's 30 by 50 is what it is. Yeah.
I was right.
I don't know what you said.
I said it was
but, yeah, it's
50
30 by
foot
50.
wide.
Yeah.
I'll be darned.
It's 50 foot long.
That's what I meant. That's what I. That's
wide.
what in my head.
Opening on the open side is
yeah,
50
the
foot
open
wide.
sides.
Okay.
Yeah. So Caylon and I are sitting there, and Cody and his girls just kind of randomly pull up. And,
I was going home. I had been to Dad's. I was going home.
Yeah, and then he walks over, and I told them I don't think I've ever done the main part of an interview, captured it quite like that. Usually, I'm trying to direct people to get on these good headsets, and just so the audio quality is really nice. But I had this little handheld deal, and I was just kind of like bouncing around from one to the other when they would talk, and they just kept talking as they do. I knew that it was really good.
Yeah.
And then, and I did tell this to Caylon earlier, when he started telling me about the story with Ethan, that's why I came there. That's what I told Caylon, the story that I wanted to hear, because
Right.
I'd heard him tell me
Right.
the story on the bear hunt that you guys interrupted us talking about at the first of the podcast. Me and Caylon were going down
those
there,
all tie together.
and he told me, yeah, so it's all tying together.
Full circle.
It's it's like and I envisioned a podcast that kind of revolved around that story. Honestly, that's what I had in my head, but and it ended up being that. But so Caylon, we just go back and forth. They're telling me about logging and trucks and equipment and stories about Frankie Dale, which were fascinating.
Yeah.
Truly were. And then Caylon starts telling me about Ethan. And what I told him just today was that I was like that close to telling him to stop because I wanted to record that on the good equipment. I mean, I might have even one time started to speak and almost mumbled words, but he was going, and if there's one thing I've learned after years of doing this, is when somebody wants to talk, just let them talk, which is sometimes hard for me to do. I want to interrupt them and say something else. But I just let him talk and tell the story. And it was so good, so authentic. I was like, there's no way that we're telling that story again.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yep.
Well, knowing them two as well as I do, that was as natural as you could get them two talking.
Yeah.
I mean, you stick headphones on and mic in their face, and it's not the same. But me knowing them, I knew where Jens was at, first of all, and everything going on. But that's what, in my opinion, made it one of the better ones, just because it was so natural. I mean, it wasn't just like Cody showing up, nothing staged. I even told my wife, Paz, I hate to pat you on the back. I said, it's unbelievable. I said, Cody just showed up.
Yeah.
And he just rolled with it. And it turned out good.
Well, you felt that to me, you felt like you were just standing there with us, which is what you always want.
Yep.
But sometimes it doesn't translate. Like when it was happening, I knew that they were telling me really cool stuff, but I thought this is going to be really hard to translate this to the listener. But it wasn't.
I wasn't there, but just listening to it myself, I really liked that. Like I felt like I was standing there with y'all, just listening to y'all talk about, tell stories and stuff. And, you could hear things echo in the back. You could hear the
kids,
girls.
you hear the kids
in the back.
and the dogs.
Yeah.
Barking.
I like that.
Well, that was the thing. 2 days before that, I was down there helping them work on that dozer, and that's what it felt like. It felt like when we was standing down there just talking and going on while we was working on it. But yeah, it was
So
cool.
So when we get done, I say to Cody, man, this is going to turn out really nice. Something like that, didn't I?
Yeah.
And he goes, what turned out nice? And I said, you've been sitting here watching me put this microphone in your face. And he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, we're going to make a podcast. He had to have been tricking me. This is when Cody, like, you think he's just crazy, but really he's smart.
Gaslighting you.
Yeah, he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, you think I was just here just getting this audio so I could go listen to it myself in the truck? It was funny.
Well, in my mind, you were going to go. In my mind, you were going to his house,
Right. Yeah.
And y'all were going to do the podcast.
Yes.
I thought what you were doing down there was just going to be like a little piece of something here or there, maybe.
Yeah.
You didn't know you were going to be a star.
Yeah, yeah.
Did he make you sign a waiver? You could probably get all that. You probably get all that content back.
Josh. No, it was so good. It really was. And Bear, what stood out to you?
Well, I like the look inside of the logging world, because for me as a hunter on national forest public land, you're always coming across loggers, and there's kind of a separation between the hunter and the logger, I would say. Like in a lot of ways, it's even viewed as like the loggers are kind of opposing the hunter's goals, and it kind of like, I feel like the loggers aren't always painted in the best light.
Yeah.
But I really like this look at it, because y'all are hunters and you're loggers, and you live close to the land. The land is, providing your living, so that gives you more reason to care for the land and to steward the resource that you're going and pulling. So I really like the look, like the real look inside of the logging woods.
That's a good comment.
Yeah, I like that, because I think things like that can be villainized. Like, it's easy to villainize people when you don't know them, when you don't know their ethic, when you don't know how they do what they do. It's easy just to say, "Oh, these guys are just out there cutting trees."
Yeah.
And I think one of the most impacting things to me was listening to you guys talk about how different sections of timber have been generational for you guys. I mean, that's incredible. I mean, that is exactly what we need more of, not less of. We need this stuff that provides for families. People can work a good job while at the same time preserves the habitat for the animals, preserves the longevity. You know what I mean? It's sustainable for generations, and that really impacted me when you talk about what was said. These woods have put many kids through college.
Well, that was a guy I know that I remember him saying that to me over here, and he told me, he said, this tract of timber has put, he said, every 30 years they cut it, and send a kid to college. I mean, and it's true. And the other thing that people don't realize that don't know loggers or and even hunters would know this. There is very little timber in this country. I mean, like none, basically, that is virgin timber. It's all been cut.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's a renewable resource. I mean, even out in big, woolly national forest, I mean, there's probably some places in the eastern
few,
side, in some of these deep draws and ravines that didn't have marketable timber, that it just wasn't worth getting. And those trees today probably are cedar trees that are 2 foot at the base. I mean, you wouldn't look at that tree and think that tree's 500 years old, but it might be. I mean, would you guys agree with that? Like, in some places there is some virgin timber.
Yeah, I mean, on the government,
you think so?
Government land, like some of that wilderness land that they don't touch at all. but
they did back. I mean, I know personally a lot of federal wilderness in this part of the world that would have been cut to the ground, but now it's wilderness.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, like places in my lifetime and before, I know they haven't cut.
Yeah.
But guess what? You go through there now, those big trees are falling over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of Dad's most famous lines ever is, "It's a crop."
Yeah.
I've heard him say that my whole life. If you don't take care of it, nature takes care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, those big trees, as much as I myself like to ride and hunt in big timber, there's nothing better than being in big timber,
Yeah.
We was talking about that last night. We was watching a turkey hunt, and it was a timber turkey hunt. Because there's nothing better than killing the old woods gobbler. There's nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing lasts forever.
Yeah.
Those big trees that are protected, if you can, there's a section of government land that I hunt and have for a lifetime. You can go back from one year to the next, and it's amazing how much of that big virgin timber has fell over.
Yeah.
And when it starts falling over like that, it's a mess. It's a mess for years. It's just briars grow up. It's just a mess.
Yeah.
That's nature's way of taking care of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can either manage it or God will. Yeah. I mean, that's just how it works.
Yeah. Well, and I said it on the podcast, but I think we know now how incredible that some, select timber harvest can be for wildlife property. I mean, the best thing you could do for a big piece of timber if you wanted to make it deer and turkey habitat is cut some of the timber. And so, and I think most of the people that be listening to this would know that, but the general population, maybe in some other places, you might say loggers, and they might go, "Oh man, yeah, those are bad guys," and it's just ridiculous. I mean, like I said, even though the world is much more plastic and much more metal than it used to be, 100 years ago during the wooden age, we still use an incredible amount of wood.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, we live in a very wooden world still. I know the guy that, if you're talking about paper and cardboard, I mean, I think that there's going to be a transition more to cardboard and paper, getting away from plastics now that they're seeing how wild plastics are just in terms of all the stuff. But anyway, I mean, so it's hard to be upset with a logger when if you're a human today, and especially like these guys. And so the next episode is going to be primarily with Teddy Villines, which is Cody's dad, Caylon and Waylon's uncle. And he started, the first things he said to me was, he said, "I love big timber." And he said, I hate clear cutting. We select cut logs our entire lives, And
Well,
anyway.
to Josh's point a while ago when he was talking about that, stood out to him about the generations logging the same spot. I can remember, which I've been out of this business for 20 years now, but I was like them when they was telling their stories about being 8 and 9 year old with their little chainsaws. Well, I was 12 and they put me on a skidder. I was skidding 3 loads of logs a day behind my dad and
I knew
uncle.
he'd try to one up y'all.
At 12. But one of the first things when he said that, something popped in my mind, something Dad told me. Well, I'm a kid, first of all, and just a few drags in, and Dad stopped me and said, all that little stuff, don't run over as little as you can, because he said, them oak bushes that big around, he said, is going to be cut one of these days. He said, be mindful. And of course, you're on a piece of equipment that you can't not run over everything.
Right.
I mean, but you can be selective on how you operate. But that was ingrained in us at a very young age. This is what's going to support the next generation.
Yeah.
And same thing. I'd drive by and say, well, Dad, why didn't you cut that tree? Because to me, it was as big as some of the other ones he had cut. But he'd say, son, we got to leave something to come back to.
Yeah.
So and
that's really that's profound. You know what I mean? It's a profound thing to make choices like that, because I think humans, especially Westerners, have gotten really short-sighted. You know what I mean? It's really about instant gratification, how it's going to benefit us right now in the moment, and to have people that are thinking, hey, I want to come back to that tree in 10 or 20 or 30 years, or that sapling.
There's a good possibility that some of that stuff Dad told me about, them two have cut it since.
Yeah. Exactly. So, man,
before
I think
y'all leave, you ought to go. I'll take you in my front yard. I bought and planted myself in 2005 a 2-inch at the base red oak, just like I bought from the landscape place. And it was 2005. I mean, I know for a fact when I planted it. And that tree, you could cut it and make furniture out of it.
You want them to take it down before they leave?
As a matter of fact, did y'all bring your saw? I'm ready to cash it in.
Y'all are mainly cutting hardwoods?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all that's up here for the most part.
For the most part, yeah.
Some pine.
When we were kids, I would say, we cut a lot of pine on a couple of different tracks.
Oh, really?
A lot of pine. But in the last several years, very little that we've even...
Just because it's not there, it's not marketable.
Not there.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't seem like you go south of the Arkansas River and it's almost not all pine, but those pine plantations. I mean, it feels like the world's got plenty of pine.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even, the hardwood seems to be a little harder to come
I mean,
by.
there's some pine out there. Some of these government tracks will have, pine on them. And most of that's pretty small stuff, whatever, but
yeah.
Most of your private land stuff, we just don't run across much pine anymore.
Not up here.
Really.
Caylon, what stood out to you? I know it's hard to listen to a podcast that you were the main guy on, but I mean, like, did anything stand out to you?
No, not really.
He probably didn't even listen to it, Caylon.
Oh, he did.
Okay.
I can vouch for him.
Okay. Well, Caylon's just like, yep, told just like
Man,
it was,
a few
Clay.
words.
Good job.
Man, a few words.
Well, Cody, did you hear? Did we get it right?
How'd he do putting it together?
Oh, I told him when we came in here, he done with what he had to work with. I said, "You're
the talent
You're
with
the
the
man.
talent he had to work with."
yeah." But what stood out to me, I didn't know it was out. He told me last night that we were coming here today.
Yeah.
And he's like, he put that out today.
Yeah.
So I went home last night and watched it or listened to it. When he got talking about Ed, just his that mentality.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't describe a man any better than he described his dad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was we put like 6 minutes of content there, and Caylon could have said so much more, but what you said about him was profound. And I have said that statement that the couple ideas that he had there. Just kind of like life philosophies, just when he said, talking about contentment, but then talking about when he said, if you're really being honest with people, you're probably not going to get rich.
Yeah.
And I've said that to multiple people. And again, you qualified it and said, I know that that's not entirely true. There are wealthy people that are honest.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of truth to it. And, just the idea that it just goes against the grain so much of what just pulsates through American society.
Yeah.
It's like you almost feel bad for not trying to get rich. That's the vibe that I feel. It's almost like if you're not trying, it's almost irresponsible. This is America, capitalism, most prosperous nation on earth.
Yep.
And it's just like, I'll tell you something that I read, and I'm going to try to tie it in, and you're going to think I'm crazy, but I was reading a book about Inuits. I'm going on a big trip in a couple weeks, and they said that nomadic hunter-gatherer people, a huge difference between nomadic hunter-gatherer people and agrarian people, was the way that they viewed objects. And this guy said that nomadic people, this is all going to tie together, boys. Nomadic people typically viewed objects with suspicion and kind of because they knew that if they were going to take something with them, they were going to have to carry it.
Right.
They thought about things in literal terms of weight.
Yeah.
And so in general, nomadic people did not gather up material objects. Farmers, on the other hand, agrarian societies were just like, well, I might as well take that home. I got a place to put it.
Yep.
And this guy said that the Western thought process has been so influenced by the agrarian world that we falsely think that desire for material wealth is a native human desire that just runs inside of all of us. Like he said, that's actually not true. Because like psychologists and all these people would say that it is. That's just human nature. Like if you just pluck somebody out of Africa and out of Europe and out of India and you put them all in a laboratory, they would all have this innate desire to accumulate material objects and wealth. Right. And this guy's saying, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
We just are so ingrained with this thing that this desire for material wealth is actually something relatively new.
Right.
And when Europeans first arrived in North America, they were astonished. It's in the record all over the place. It's fascinating to me. They were astonished at these guys trying to find gold. Like they were like,
yeah.
What do you want? And they're like, gold. What for? I mean, you can't eat it. You can't plant it and make it grow. You can't build something with it. And they actually thought these guys were crazy. Yeah. And so I just think about Eddie and kind of the mentality. Just like not this fight. Yeah. And again, to me, the key component is contentment, not how much money. I mean, it's not like, well, if you have more than this many dollars, you're evil. I mean, you can't do that, But just this idea of contentment being pretty powerful. And it makes me aware of the vibe of this generation, of this time. I mean, that was a profound section, I thought.
Oh, yeah,
Absolutely.
That was the best part to me, by far.
Yeah.
Just knowing him.
Yeah.
Knowing him. I mean, he just supposed to be my dad. I mean, him and Dad are one and the same.
Yeah.
I lived in the house with one. That's the only difference, honestly.
Yeah.
But growing up, I wouldn't have said that that's the guy I want to be like. He's, you know what I mean? He wasn't that larger than life. He was just Ed to me.
Mm-hmm.
But the older I got, and before he got sick and whatever, just going down there, just going to his house. He might be on the back porch with a cup of coffee. In the wintertime, he'd be in there by that stove with a cup of coffee, whatever. Just going in the house, you got that feeling of
contentment.
You bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, to me, that made the podcast for me.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was unique.
I'm looking forward to the next episode.
It's I hope I hope us bringing up Frankie Dale was, I mean, surely his family would be proud of what all was said about him. Those stories were really interesting to me.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way you described him. And then I wouldn't have known that he died.
Yeah.
Like the listener was on the same journey as me, because you started talking about Frankie Dale, and you talked about what a character he was.
Everybody knew him,
and then I go, and basically in my mind I'm leading to questions about, man, this is really dangerous. Do y'all have stories of guys getting killed? Now, I knew about Caylon's story about Ethan. That's kind of why I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
But I had no idea that y'all would have known people that had been, I mean, I figured you did, but known people that had been killed. And then for Caylon to go, well, Frankie Dale got killed like 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. It just painted the picture.
Yeah.
I mean, and then it also, when I started doing the research on logging, just how dangerous it actually is. Yeah, the Bureau of Labor Statistics puts out stuff every year about the most dangerous jobs. And it wasn't like a deep dive into it, but basically in the 1990s, logging peaked as the most it was the most dangerous
time.
Yeah, I mean, it almost feels like maybe back in the day, deeper it would have been more dangerous. But since the Bureau is keeping stats, it peaked in the 1990s.
I can see that.
I wonder if y'all had any insight into that.
About the time we got into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all got into it. Yeah, not your dads. And
I could see the pace of it.
The pace.
The pace picking up in the 90s.
Yeah.
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 Well,
Before that.
And there was mechanization, but there was more hand cutting going on.
You bet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Than today.
In the 90s, it would have been, most of the guys around here would have been hand cutting. I mean, cutting them down at the stump.
Yeah.
And they would also been cutting the lengths, what we call bucking up.
Yeah.
Most all that would have been chainsaw work.
Yeah.
I mean, there was probably the 90s probably would have been when I probably seen the first buck up saw, which is a mechanical hydraulic saw that hooks onto your loader. Right. And you can cut them to length right there with a loader.
Okay, so you cut them at the stump, they fall over, and then the buck up saw cuts them into the lengths that you need for the mill.
Skidder, yep.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
The first buck up saw I probably would have ever heard of would have been in the 90s, and I was a little kid.
So it got safer when you had a buck up saw.
Yeah.
It took out one element.
It took out.
Yeah.
One time you cutting through that log.
But in
just
the
like
90s,
him talking about getting hung up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he got hung up in the log pile, that was because he was bucking up the log with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
Instead of having a buck up saw, that takes that element out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been the heyday.
Well, that's
My
when
eyes, you bet.
So that's when it peaked. 128 deaths per 100,000 workers per year. And that was way above the number 2 thing in the 90s. So this is what I was trying to describe. Like the second thing, I don't even know what it was, but whatever it was deaths like in the 50, 60, if it was commercial fishing.
Right.
And the way they do it is they give the statistic based upon 100,000 workers. So out of 100,000 workers, 128 died. Today, and I think the most recent stats I found were like 2017 or something. And it was a little bit unclear, but it was between 50 and 100 deaths per 100,000 today.
Oh, really?
And logging was still the most dangerous, but it was right in line, closer to in line with commercial fishing, ironworking, small aircraft pilot. And when you think about that, that makes sense too, because like per 100,000, you might be like, how many people we hear about people around here that are dying in little plane crashes occasionally. But anyway, it's pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
The other interesting stat that I learned was that, and now this was an older statistic from like it was a couple years old, but that the average American uses one tree, 18-inch tree, 100-foot long, and paper and wood every year. Was that surprising?
100 foot long.
You didn't listen? Did you even listen, Cody?
100 foot long, is that what you said?
That's what it said. I
Just saying
realized
that
a tree couldn't be.
the amount of 18,
I realized a tree couldn't be 100
Yeah,
foot
but
long.
I mean, just that amount.
That's what they said.
just in paper products.
Yeah.
Just I mean,
Cardboard. The number of Amazon packages that I get at my house and the amount of boxes I break down, that doesn't surprise me.
but that's increased in the last. I said after COVID, I wanted to start investing in cardboard companies.
Yeah, no doubt.
Everything's in cardboard.
Yep.
I mean, everything's shipped. Everything's in cardboard. But anyway, yeah, that sounds like a lot. I wouldn't have thought every American was using one giant tree every year. I'm thinking about just buying my tree straight from these guys.
Making your own cardboard.
just mail order. Maybe that's a new business for
There
you
you
guys.
go.
Y'all could ship people logs just so they could hand pick, because that's the way it works. It's like a
For their
mark.
dugout canoes and their
Both.
bows.
Yeah, I've actually been looking at these big snakewood logs that they ship from Canada. They're like $1,000 for a 6-foot log to ship it.
Wow.
Oh, really?
And I'm really considering it because I've never seen a snakewood bow.
We may have some snake wood laying around, you think?
Is that a thing y'all have
I
around?
don't know.
I've
thought you
never
were
heard
being
of snake
serious.
wood.
Hey, speaking of wood, show us your bow.
So this bow, new bow.
Speaking of wood,
Yeah, speaking of wood, I got Osage orange, black walnut on the handle with a big knot going right through the middle, and then olive wood, which surprisingly, well, actually not surprisingly, but it kind of caught me off guard. Whenever I was cutting through that olive wood, it smelled like green olives, like
Really?
really strong. And even whenever I'm filing it, it smells like olives, but
can you smell it right now?
probably.
It kind of has a pungent, like a sharp odor. I wouldn't have picked it as olives, but I smell what you're smelling.
That odor, I think, is just the hardwood.
I don't like olives.
You
I
don't want
need
to smell
it.
it. That odor, I think, is just from the place I got it. It smells like that.
Okay.
But no, whenever I
got
cut
you.
through it, it smelled like olives.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay.
I'm not an olive fan.
I like that riser on there and that grip.
It is a good looking bow.
I mean, it's not
Yeah.
finished out. You know, this
Yeah,
is the rough.
right.
So he'll take a lot more off of that.
Yeah. But I'm kind of trying to
Show him the wormhole.
replicate more of a, like your fiberglass recurve. Like if you look at a recurve, it's got a lot more material on the handle, and you can get a lot deeper in that grip. And that's one of the major factors
A bigger handle.
for why it's easier to shoot a fiberglass recurve than a self bow. And so I'm trying to get as close to that as I can, but it'll
Big
still,
meaty handle on it.
yeah. But anyway, there it is.
Looks good. Where did that Osage stave
That's
come
what I
from?
was going to say. Where'd you get that?
The Osage, I believe this stave came from one of my bowyer teachers. He gave me that
Okay, yeah.
stave.
Do y'all have Osage over there? You don't have
Not
a
to my
lot?
knowledge.
You don't see it? Man, we've got a lot of Osage. I think the further west you get more. I mean, I've got a ton of Osage on this property.
Yeah, we're in
He's
kind of a
he's
weird.
cutting staves.
We're in kind of like a zone where there's Osage.
Yeah, it's incredible wood, man. When you cut it and cut it with a saw, it is almost neon yellow. Have you ever cut it with a saw?
I have.
Yeah, and you just see a big old pile of this bright. It dulls over
Yeah,
time.
if you see one that's like 30 years old, that's been sitting in the sun or taking a lot of use, it'll be jet black. Like
Really?
jet black.
Black?
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Is that bow right there? What do you intend to do with it? Is that going to be a hunting bow? Is that going to be a?
Yeah, this is going to be a hunting bow. I don't know if I should say yet what I'm doing with it.
It's a secret. It's illegal.
Yeah.
Can you foreshadow?
Not certain.
Or you're
on the
not a
legality.
foreshadower
No,
like your dad?
I'm kidding.
We're
Here's a good
we're going
foreshadowing.
to Alaska.
We're going to Alaska, and I need to make the bow totally waterproof. That's
I'm
what
glad
I'll
we're going
get.
to Alaska.
Wink. There's your foreshadowing, folks.
I want to know, how do you come up with what poundage
Well,
it's going to be? Is that all about
right now
the
it's
string, or is it all right in the bow?
It's all in the bow.
That's what I thought.
I mean, you can adjust it a little with the string, but yeah, I'll put it up in a tillering rack and I'll take wood off of this side and I'll put just a bow scale on it and pull it down.
He's
and watch.
constantly testing the weight. He'll put a string on it, test the weight.
So you know what you've got.
Yeah, it's at 48.
While you're building
It's
it.
at
It's at
48
right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I sand it, it'll probably lose a couple
But he's
pounds.
had several that got away from him a little bit, and he's like, it got too light
Yeah.
too quick. So you can
Once
you
it
can
gets too
change
light,
it.
you can't go back.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you can cut them shorter or make the string shorter, but yeah, it's no good once you get them too light.
Have you ever had one blow up on you when you're shooting?
No, but I'm kind of surprised I haven't yet. I know a lot of people who've had them blow up on them.
Gary Newcomb had an American compound bow. There was a company called American. Did y'all ever hear of that? In the 90s, there was a company called American, and he was trying to shoot bows super fast. He was shooting just the lightest arrow possible. And and that's real hard on a bow, trying to get it to shoot real flat. He kind of had like hot rod bows. And I remember being out in the yard with him one day when that thing just came apart at the compound bow.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I had high country done the exact same. When I got done, I was holding the riser. And that was it.
Really?
Everything else was hanging down here. I don't ever want to do that again.
Yeah.
Parts
Scary.
just go everywhere.
Oh yeah, there's pieces of that bow I never did find.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'll find that in the archaeological record one day.
good possibility.
Well, man, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's we could have had y'all on after this next episode, but it just worked out for y'all to come this time. Waylon, what stood out to you? I hadn't really even asked you that.
no, it brought back a lot of memories. I mean, it was good, start to finish for me, because it did. Like I said, I've been out of it for 20 years. Cody brought up a good point a while ago. I've got two brothers. They're sitting right there. And to see them, what they've done, it's good. I got a lot of laughs thinking about, because it brought up a lot of memories. Thinking about them two, whichever one of them talked about the McCullough and the home light chainsaw. I can remember, I think it was Caylon, that he took that old McCullough and it didn't want to start a lot of times.
That's a famous
Yeah.
trait of a McCullough chainsaw.
It would start good the first
Yeah,
time.
the first time.
Once it got hot, it didn't want to start.
No.
Well, I witnessed him crank on it so much he got mad, and as far as he could throw that saw, he threw it over the hill.
Yeah.
And left it. Dad come in to fill up with gas, and he was like, "Where's your saw?" Because I got mad, threw it over the hill.
He wanted to know why I hadn't bucked up the logs.
Yeah.
Why haven't you done your job? And then he says, "Where's your saw?"
Yeah.
Said it's over that
Over the
hill. He said, "We'll go get it."
Yeah. Yeah. That and coming in with a drag of logs and seeing them playing baseball with a stick and rock. And
Which meant we had done our job and we were caught up.
Yeah, you're caught up.
stuff like that. But no, it was. I'm like Cody, the contentment that our father had. Looking back, makes a lot more sense now. I've recently stepped away from a 20-year career for that purpose, to have more contentment, to be home. And I always knew. Cody brought up a good point in the podcast about it being addictive. And I can tell you, for me, I love driving a skidder. I mean, that's what I grew up doing. Done it till I was 24, I think. And working inside for 20 years, never could get used to it. I enjoyed my job. I enjoyed the people. But I didn't even have a window to look out of, and it was hard. I mean, there was days I would have loved to have been sitting behind that big motor just hearing it roar and grabbing trees and going. And now I can get back outside again. And
Do you mind telling us
it brought up a lot.
what you did and what you do now? I mean, you don't have to if you don't
No,
want to.
that's fine.
Yeah,
I worked for Wilson Combat for 21 years.
Yeah.
pistol shop.
Custom pistol shop here in the
1911
Ozarks. Yeah.
Custom ARs, and God blessed me with a way to provide for my family. The year I started for them was the year my oldest daughter was born. And I was able to step away because, I mean, just like the last few days in the wintertime, there's days you don't work. I need a steady paycheck, and was able to step away. Now I'm helping my cousin run a turkey farm that's less than a quarter mile from my house. So for the first time in a long time, I've got up every morning for the last 6 months and watched the sun come up. And I literally rode a mule to work several days, and it's been great. But to my point that I was able to do it, and the contentment that I have is priceless. I have a better understanding what our Father always told us.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to talk too much. You can edit it out if you don't like it.
Yeah.
When I told you,
editor.
when I told you, when you asked us what the biggest benefit was, and I said the freedom.
Yeah.
5 years ago, 6 years ago, in 2020, June 2020, I found out that I had colon cancer.
Redact that, editor.
Put it back. Put it back.
Put it back. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
He didn't hear what I said. I made a joke when you started to the
When you said
editor
the
to cut it out.
Yeah,
And then when
edit
I
it out.
realized where we were going,
Yeah.
I'm like, we better keep this in.
Anyway, I was 36 years old. Found out I had colon cancer.
Wow.
Leading up to that, I mean, I'm not going to throw out numbers or talk about production or anything, but leading up to that point, the logging business had been good for us, really good. And I got to the point, I was working on Saturday. Lots of Saturdays. If I wasn't working on Saturdays, I was taking care of equipment. I love to bass fish in the summertime. At night, I love to bass fish, tournament fish, whatever. I had quit bass fishing. I was working. I mean, I wasn't even hunting like I normally would hunt. And then that summer, I found out I had colon cancer. I was cutting timber when they called me. Had my phone in my pocket. I had been to the doctor. I knew they were going to call me, whatever. And I had been looking at this little stretch of timber for a week. I mean, I had cut everything out below it. I had it set up. And I was cutting that little section of some big, nice timber that morning. I could hear Dad over here. He's cutting, and Frank, he was working with us at the time. He's over here. I could hear saws running. And my phone, I'm cutting a tree, and my phone vibrates in my pocket. And it's the doctor. And he said, what we found is colon cancer. And he said, it was early stages. He said, this is early. He said, I think you could probably get it took care of. But he said, if you don't take care of it, this will kill you. That was his exact words. I got off the phone. My chainsaw still stuck in a tree over there idling. I walked over there to a white oak stump, and I got down, and I done some praying. And I could tell you lots of stories about the whole, just the whole, what I came out of that with. But one of the biggest things I came out of that with was, I'm not going to say I was to the point of being driven by a dollar, but I was getting there. I mean, I was getting to the point where, we were doing pretty good, making some money. And when that starts happening, you want to make more of it. But guess what? It's like you were talking about a while ago. You just keep wanting more. You'll never be satisfied if you let that drive you. I mean, I know guys that just like logging that much. They'll be out there on Saturday, and they ain't really doing it for the money. They just like it that much. That's, I'm not knocking those guys at all. If that's what you love doing, get after it. But I think God put the brakes on for me. I mean, there's some other things that came out of that, but one of the biggest things that for me was God was like, this is what's really important. I had 2 kids at the time. One was, gosh, I have to do the math. One was 2, I think. The other one was even younger. But after I got back, healed up, they did surgery. I mean, the good Lord took care of me. Cancer-free. I've done scan after scan since then and scopes, and so far everything looks good. But God healed me. We'll just shorten it up and say God healed me, because he did. But after that, when I came out of that, I got healed up, I was like, okay, what is really important? And then since that time, it's amazing how much more time I've spent with Dad, not in the woods. He was there for all of it, working. We were side by side. But since then, we've spent the last 5 winters, we've done so much more hunting. I got back into fishing, fish all the time in the summertime. I don't know. It's funny how God can just hold you up and be like, what's really important? I mean, we're only going to get to do this one time.
Yep.
You better do if you got kids and friends and family, enjoy them, because I heard a guy say the other day that nobody ever said on their deathbed, I wish I went to work more.
Yeah.
And that's so true.
Yeah.
Well, that's the reason I'm doing what I do now, because looking back on it, took it for granted. Dad always told us boys about the only time we took a vacation was in November. We'd take off a couple weeks deer hunting. And Dad would always tell us, boys, do it while you can. I know now what he meant. I mean, I'm 45-year-old and got 2 kids that I've chased around all over playing ball, and I love it. But a year or 2 ago, we had got out, and my youngest daughter, I took her, we went squirrel hunting. Took Mom's dog, just walked a circle, killed a few squirrels, had a big time. And my youngest daughter had never even squirrel hunted. And I told my wife then, I said, something's got to change. I said, missed way too much. I said, things has got to slow down. I said, there's got to be more of this. I've always loved riding, loved breaking animals, been able to get back to that. But that contentment, I mean, this is circle back around, but you can't put a price on that.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Dad now is fighting cancer. You know that. He just kind of found out in November. He's doing good right now. Doing real good right now. But when all that happened, and I was able to look back on, the last 5-6 years and be like, I haven't taken it for granted. Yep. Every time we went, we're out, doing something besides working. I mean, I've enjoyed it. And now looking back on it, it's like, I mean, you can see what God kind of lined up for you. But it's been quite a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and not to bring up everything bad going on, but our dad was diagnosed with Lewy bodies dementia.
Yeah,
almost 3 years ago now.
Going on 4.
Going on 4 years.
Almost 4.
And it seems, bad, I hate to say it, but it seems like one bad thing after another just happened. But boy, it puts things in perspective.
yeah.
Makes you think about the things that he told you.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's the reason this. I mean, yeah, I got a lot of laughs out of it, and everything, but it brought up a lot of good memories. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've always had it good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, not knowing any better.
Not knowing
I mean,
any
we
better.
didn't know when we was kids how tough it probably really was. Mm-hmm. What our fathers and mothers went through, because we didn't know that we didn't have anything. And looking back on it, I mean, we had, don't get me wrong, we had a lot. Mm-hmm. But
Yeah, I can remember being like an early teenager, 13, 14 years old or whatever, coming home from school one day, and Mom said, oh, so-and-so had a heart attack. And I was like, well, what happened to him? And she said, I think it was just stress. And I was like, what? And she said, he was just stressed out. And I said,
What's that mean?
what does that mean? And it wasn't anything to do with me. It was everything to do with the two people that raised me. I never heard the word stress. I never heard them say, man, I'm stressed out. This is going wrong. That's going wrong. I mean, they were trying to raise two kids. My sister was born with a hole in her heart. And that's a whole nother podcast. I mean, she's a miracle.
yeah,
Still alive today. They dealt with that. But they never talked about being stressed out or it's so bad. It was
They
just
weren't victims of
no, sir. It was just
something bad
life.
that happened.
Yep.
It was just life and how we dealt with it, how they dealt with it. And I'm so thankful for that. I mean, looking back on it now, I can look back on it and be like, you know, everybody didn't have the mom and daddy that I did. I mean, that's just plain and simple. Everybody didn't. But I sure am glad I did.
Yeah.
Well, that's why this was. It was. I mean, you know, this podcast obviously is focusing on this logging thing, but you're seeing behind it to see little pictures into you guys' family, and that's something I noticed right away when I got to know you guys, which I hadn't known you my whole life. I mean, I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago, Caylon, we met. But no, y'all really do have something really, really special. And I mean, your families are strong believers. I knew that right away, which was unique. And then, yeah, just the history that you guys have and where y'all live. And I mean, y'all got a cool story. And I'm glad we found a way to kind of share it. And we're kind of just getting started because next episode's all about your dad.
Yep.
And it's really good. This whole episode, I actually, the way I build these is you kind of just like, I don't see the whole thing when I start. I mean, even when I'm like, have done all the interviews, I come back here and I listen to every episode. I mean, every interview. And I had like 2.5 hours of talking that between at your house with your dad and then our stuff at the global headquarters. And so I listen to the whole thing and I just pull out the pieces that I'm just like, that's interesting. I want that in there. I don't know where it's going to fit. So I started pulling out pieces and stacking them together in like little bricks and blocks. And the whole time I was thinking, okay, this is all going to Teddy. You know, we got to introduce Teddy. And, you know, I like built this whole episode and we hadn't even talked to him yet. And it just, you know, and I did that because it was good. I just kept stacking stuff on top of stuff. But that's good, though, because next episode will be.
And I'm glad you got him.
Yeah.
You got him going.
Well,
I mean, we've talked about it for years, like with Hillard, our other Uncle Hillard.
that's right.
Why didn't somebody have a tape recorder
Yeah.
when he started? I mean, I've got like an 8 or 10 minute video that Hillard doesn't know. He don't know I got on my phone.
Yeah.
Just because one day I just happened to be like, oh, here's my chance. And I've got a couple different ones of Dad and Frankie Dale together talking about the old times. Like
Oh, do you really?
you bet. Like sitting in the truck, sat down to eat lunch, and I would purposely get them going, and then I'd hit record on my phone.
Really?
I've got a couple different 20-minute,
wanna
and
hear
one
that.
of them's a good one. But everybody said for years it'd be like with Grandma. Why didn't somebody record that?
Well, can I tell them about Hillard when we went over there?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
absolutely. Yeah.
So Ted, it's confusing. I've been around enough. I know the story now, but Teddy and Eddie, their dads, have an older brother named Hillard, and he is the oldest living brother. There's another brother that's older, but Hillard is 87, still alive, still in incredible health. And Caylon, last year sometime, 2 years ago, said, Uncle Hillard, I've got a buddy that would like to come interview you and talk to you about. We're going to talk about
because he grew up on the Buffalo.
Oh,
we were going to talk about Buffalo River when we did Buffalo River
Yeah.
episodes. And anyway, I end up going over there and meeting with him, and we put these stinking headsets on him. And I did.
It wasn't no we.
Clay did.
I warned you about that before we got there.
I know. The thing is that I felt like I had some rapport with him. I mean, I talked to him, and he was warmed up, and he was just seemed to be enjoying himself.
Yeah.
And then I was like, man, hey, let's go ahead and do this and put this headset on him. And it was like something shifted.
Like putting a muzzle on a dog.
And he turned to Caylon and he just said, hey, I don't want to do this. And anyway, it was a shame. And I was just like, hey, no problem. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. And I mean, he's just a Hillard's 87, but he's probably 50 years behind the times in terms of just his knowledge of. I mean, he's like a guy that you plucked out of the 1940s.
Yeah.
You had a long conversation with him after you took the headsets
Well, yeah,
back
we
on.
took the headsets off and then talked about all the things we wanted to talk about. He had no problem telling me and just talking to us, but he just didn't want to be recorded.
Yeah.
He just was like, I just don't want to be recorded. So, I mean, yeah, so it's not like we hadn't tried to get Hillard. Now,
I got it.
now Hillard's younger brother, also your uncle, Willard. He loves to be recorded.
Oh, yeah.
Or not,
No
I don't
problem.
want to make it sound like he loves to be recorded.
Yeah.
But just today, this year, there's going to be a film that comes out about our bear camp, and we made sorghum. I'll show y'all a clip of it. Nobody's seen it, but anyway, you're going to get to see Hillard Villines, which is y'all's uncle.
Willard.
Willard, excuse me. Willard
Junior.
Villines.
Junior Willard.
And AKA Sonny Boy.
Sonny Boy.
Sonny
Yeah,
Boy.
that's
We always
what
call him
that's
Sonny
what
Boy.
everybody knows him as, is Sonny Boy.
Yep.
But so anyway, yeah, a lot of tie-ins with you guys. I mean, getting to know you guys has been just incredible. I mean, just it's been a lot of fun. And then our other buddy, my buddy Justin House, is like y'all's little brother,
Yep.
who's
Sometimes.
become a good friend of mine.
Sometimes.
My
We
youngest,
all just gang up and whoop him though.
my youngest daughter and I are
He
going
won't
over
even
to his
listen.
house.
He won't even listen to this, so we
He
can say
won't.
whatever
He
we
won't.
want.
My youngest daughter and I are going to his house on Sunday. We're going to ride mules.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yep. No, yeah. So anyway, thank you guys. We've been going. This has
Hour
been
and a half.
long.
Probably a
render.
long
Yeah.
time, I'd
It's been
say.
a long render. Well, thanks a lot. And anything else? Keep the wild places
Check out
wild.
the Real Bear Grease Instagram.
Real Bear. Yeah, we have a new Instagram channel page too. I forgot to
Yep.
say that. Yep. See if we can get Hillard Villines to like us on Instagram. Keep the wild places wild because that's where the bears live.